How are we all going, beautiful people? How is everything going? Let me just turn this down. Beautiful. Let me move this aside. Fantastic. Let's get this straight. So we're going to do it this way. For some reason, the whole thing about balancing this out today, so we're going to have a long view up, and then we're going to get a good shot of this and start getting this rock and rolling. So great to have everyone on. I'm just going to turn this bad boy down. So hopefully everyone's had an amazing long weekend, and some people go back to work today and obviously have tomorrow off. Some people call in sick today. Whatever it is, people, then this is going to be worthwhile. So wherever you are around the world, and I'll wait till a few more people start to get on. This is going to be an absolute cracker for everybody. So what I'm going to teach you is an understanding. I'm going to use words and terminologies that we're going to have some sort of common understanding of what I'm going to teach you about, yeah? So when I say the word self-realization, that is a word and it means a lot to a lot of different people, okay? So when I talk about, I'm going to use the English language so you know what I'm talking about. But more importantly, in this live stream, in this 45 minutes or however long we have to go through, I want you to feel it. Don't think about it. Don't judge it. I want you to feel it and say, wow, this is what I'm doing in my life. This is what I could be doing. Okay, this feels right, okay? So 93% of the people on this planet are actually making their lives up. And it's a fact, yeah? 93%. 93 people, as you can see that, or a little bit you can, I'll bring it a bit closer. So 93% of the population is making it up. And how I discovered this is because I was doing this myself. And how scientists or these people that have got this, got this data, how they know that people are making their lives up. Because if you went to 93% of the humans, or went to basically anyone on the street and you said to them, well, I want you to tell me what drives you. What are your motivations? How do you feel love? Before you feel love, why are you in that job? Why are you in this relationship? But I'm not just talking about responses. I'm talking about deep, deep drivers. What drives you? So for you to feel love, what is the root cause? Yeah? So people, I'll show them this. What is the root cause? So if you're looking at that, what is the root cause that how you discover love? Because I ask everybody, so what are you doing in your life? Well, I work at a job, I'm an athlete, I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm this, I'm that, I'm an entrepreneur. But if you aren't understanding what drives you, you never feel what I realized as I was driving home today, coming from the coast with my beautiful partner, Jabal, and she's on today. And what I was able to discover and why people are failing, it is because you do not know what makes you up. You do not know what your drivers are. You do not know what the biomechanics of who you are. So it's like this. You're a vehicle, you're a car, but you do not know every part of your car. And that's why it doesn't drive right. That's why, if something breaks down, you don't know how to brake, you don't know what to repair because I don't know, because I don't know all about myself. And why do you think that 93% of the world experience anxiety and overwhelm? Because they don't know enough about where they want to go, or they don't know enough about themselves. So when something goes wrong, they don't know how to fix it. But what do they talk about? They keep talking about the downward spiral of bullshit thinking, and that causes depression. And let's create anxiety because they don't know what drives them. So if you truly said to your partner, and this is for the men, if you truly said to your partner, or you can answer this question, how does your partner feel love? 5 top values and beliefs of your partner, how do they feel love? And I know this because with my own clients, if they haven't done this before, if they haven't come to the retreat, they don't know. They're like, I don't know how my partner feels love. I thought just slapping her on the ass or saying, baby, I love you. But guess what's even more scary? Their partner doesn't even know how to feel love. So how scary is that? How are you supposed to make a woman feel loved if she doesn't know? If she doesn't connect with it every day, if she haven't got it written down, and she doesn't, she doesn't have something to remind herself. So how can a man discover love with a woman, and a woman doesn't even know how to feel love, and she's just making it up, and she's talking about it, then using words that she doesn't relate to? This is how most people function in our world. Another thing, how do we feel success? Yeah, so I'm going to use the English term success. Remember what I said at the start of this. I'm going to be using words that we both know it's the English language. Some of you might be in a different nationality or speak a different language, but for us to understand each other, communication, linguistics between me and myself and you, it's called linguistics, is we're going to use English language, okay? So I'm not really good at the English language, but you'll get what I'm talking about. So success. Success. I know you can't really see that, but we will rock that out and we'll sort that out. Let's understand success, because we all want to be successful, yeah? Would you say? Put a thumb up or something? We all want to be successful. But try this on. Chuck this on for a moment. Do we even relate to success, or do we really know what success means? Is it, most of the time we think of success, and let's be honest, it's monetary, it's materialistic, yeah? Is it happiness? Is it good wealth? Is it, what is success to you? Is it, I want a nice car, I want a nice body, I want a big house? What is success? Is it a boat? If you don't know what success is, then how the fuck are you going to be successful? The universe is saying, hey, man, lady, beautiful soul, you have so much potential. Hey, Catherine, good to have you on, my beautiful sister. And if you don't know success, this is why 93%, I'm going to write it down again. Can you see that? 93% of the population are failing and making their lives up. This is a fact. Because guess what? We have become experts on social media, putting up motivational quotes and copying quotes and putting this and putting that. But guess what, people? This might be a rude awakening, and I don't want to offend anyone. It's a lot harder actually living a motivational story than writing it on Facebook. Do you agree or not? And it's easy to put up a post and go, stand there like Wonder Woman or like Superman. Well, I've done my ability and I've done this and I've put my contribution, but guess what? I'm sitting on the couch on my fat ass and doing absolutely nothing, yeah? Does that sound common to a lot of people? Of course it is, yeah? So this is the thing. We can use really cool words. We can use the terminologies. Hey, Martina, how are you, sister? We can pretend, we can talk and not listen, because people that talk too much, yes, it might seem I talk too much, but I'm teaching you guys, and they're not listening, is the reason why you are failing, because you do not know what your internal drivers are. You do not know what the root cause is. This. At everything, in every moment, there's a root cause. What starts it? What's the ripple effect, yeah? Your root cause is what starts your... This text doesn't want to work. And this doesn't want to work. Beautiful. And that doesn't want to work. So, we will get to the bottom of this. Your root cause, there we go, red. Unfortunately, people are living at these layers here of called bullshit. Yeah? Your root cause of what fuels you. So, what I want you to understand through this teaching as well, I don't want you to think about everything, I want you to feel everything. So, if you could actually elect and understand how your vehicle, how a car, a motor vehicle, and if it breaks down, you don't need to go to a mechanic. You can actually fix it because, okay, cool. So if this is not going right and I need to fix that, that happens, and I'm going to fault find and I'm going to come back and I understand, boom, oh yeah, that's right, it's my spark plug. So I don't need to go to a mechanic and they say, well, it's your engine, you're up for $5,000. That's exactly what happens to us humans. We do not know how we're made up. We do not know what drives us. We actually don't know what makes us happy. We think we know, but we don't feel we know. There's a big difference. So how? I'm going to only give you an understanding of this, yeah? So what I'm sharing with you today, my inner circle, private clients pay big time, big money, big everything to get what you're getting today. But I'm not going to be giving you everything because I'm just going to give you enough and you have to do the work for yourself. But the other guys, I do the work, we understand this. So I'm going to give you an example. where people fail, and so there's part of my team, and there's hundreds of people in the team. We elect obviously your health, your health, your body, your wealth, which is your money, your finance, which is consistency. A contribution is giving back to someone else, or giving back to the family or to the world. Family, which is family, obviously people, the little ones that you've made. And legacy is leaving a legacy, creating an environment. Then self-love. This is the big one. Self-love and self-respect and self-relationship. Yeah, this is where people are getting it all wrong. Because at the end of the day, what I'm going to teach you is that self-love, the word that we use that most people don't even know what it means, self-worth. Everyone wants to use the word self-worth. Well, why are you walking around being unworthy? Because you do not actually know what it means, albeit. And this is the thing. I want you all to write this down. If you can learn anything from this live stream, I want you all to stop relating words that don't mean anything. Someone made them up so many years ago. And I want you to start creating moments and experiences that give you such an empowering state, or they empower you so much that don't worry about the word love. Don't worry about self-love. But what is it? What is it? What is the root cause? What is that? So what I say, we call things and label things, but we don't even know what the fuck they mean. Hey, Rachel, good to have you on. And because we don't know what they mean, this is why 93% of the world is making up their lives, and only 7% have discovered their spiritual awakening. And this is the way they call it, a spiritual awakening. Look, I want you to understand something. Spiritual doesn't mean you sit there and like you're Gandhi and it's all like tripped out and the rest of it. We're talking about understanding what are your internal drivers and your internal motivators that you can actually know, okay, you know what drives me? What drives me? What are my 5 top values for happiness? Or I'll tell you this one. What are my top values for wealth? Freedom, choice, time, power, and growth. Okay. Why am I feeling a little bit unaligned? Well, let me have a look at hold on. This is taking away from my time. I'm not making many choices. To be honest with you, am I growing? So why this is so important, people? Because you do activity, but you're completely off the path. Because you don't know what is your driver. You don't know why you're doing things. You think why you're doing it, but it is not what is actually filling you up. It's not what, lets that cup overflow. So I'm not going to sit here and teach you how to do, all your drivers and the rest of it. I'm going to tell you where you're going wrong. And then it's up to you to discover, how can I fix this? Yeah? This is going to change your life, because through your daily activities, from the time you get up, from the time you go to bed, if you know exactly what drives you, what fuels you, you are going to do efficient, powerful, passionate activity that is your reason why you're doing everything, and you are going to become a superhuman. Yeah? Why I say a superhuman? Because you're going to be so efficient, so aligned for what you want and what you don't, that your standards are going to be so high. You're not going to put up with negative people. You're going to be in an amazing, comforting and passionate relationships. You're not going to put yourself in an environment where people are going to challenge you, where they're going to tell you how much you're worth. So this is a thing which has been absolutely blowing my mind. And as I was driving, I had this huge awakening. And I pulled over and I told my beautiful partner, I said, look, I need to do a live stream about this. And it wasn't what I was thinking, it was what I felt. It was like time flashed in front of me and it just went boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, whoa. So what it is, if you want to use a word for this and use an English terminology, I felt it. An awakening, call it an epiphany, call it whatever, a breakthrough, whatever word you want to use, but I want to call it self-realization. Yeah? Self-realization. And what that self-realization is, that I looked at, and I'm going to give you an understanding, all my life categories, my health. Why do I want to be fit? Why do I want to go to the gym? Why do I want to be illness-free? Why do I want to be injury-free? Why do I want to look like this? Why does my physique want to look like this? When you start breaking it down and start going to the actual core, you actually start to discover that what you thought you wanted is not what you wanted. It was a lie. It was an act. It was a facade. And that's why you have probably achieved 30% out of your 100% of your potential. And that's why you haven't gone to the gym. That's why you abuse your body. That's why you don't eat the food you would do. That's why it's hard. That's why you get tired. That's why you don't feel aligned. And it's forced. And when you force things, people, force causes more force. Resistance causes more resistance, yeah? But when you actually start to turn and go, hold on a second, that's not actually what I wanted. I wanted this. I wanted my root cause. My root cause is actually what drives me. And then you start going, wow. So I'll tell you another thing. Most people are driven by activity for greed, for money, for energy, yeah? Most people are so unaligned that they lose their health, they lose their mind, they lose relationships, they lose family, they lose time to chase money. Money, so they can drive around in a BMW or a Mercedes or whatever, but they lose themselves. So what I will ask you, you see people that are wanting the money and they're being all nice to people and telling people what they want to see and they're spending time, but the relationship's failing. They're overweight or they're spending the wrong time and they're losing their mind and they've got no time and they don't have a life because they're just chasing money. If they discovered what I discover and what I teach about understanding your internal drivers and motivators and your root cause, what is that? What's driving you? Trust me, they would turn their lives around, they would bring back what's important to them, and they will know that it starts to actually get easy because what they're chasing is hard because they're losing part of themselves, they're losing time, they're losing their health, they're losing relationships because they are fixated on one thing, but deep down, they don't want that thing. They become addicted to the feeling of that thing, yeah? So, check this out. And what I'm teaching you isn't an opinion. What I'm teaching you is through trial and error of my life, of my clients' lives, of what I've been taught. And more important, I always feel like the universe gives me messages, yeah? I feel like, they call it indigo children and whatever the words are. But there's information that gets sent to me, that gets, portaled to me. And I'm just like, fuck, I need to share this, yeah? Believe it or not, you don't need to believe it, that's fine. And that's another word. That is another word that I want to be able to awaken you about, belief. Do you even connect with what it even supposed to mean? What is belief? Tell me, what is belief? It is when you believe in yourself and you do something and you don't stop because you believe in yourself and it creates confidence. What is confidence? Where did confidence come out of? Did you just pluck it out of your bum? Is confidence a made-up word for lazy people? Motivation. What does motivation do? But isn't motivation that if I want to get up off the couch and go to the fridge, that's motivation and that's going to be fantastic? So do you see where I'm getting at, people? That belief, the reason why people don't seem to act as they believe themselves because they do not know what it really means or they don't relate to it or the word, the meaning, the feeling is not powerful enough that actually gets these humans and yourself and me, used to be me, to understand I believe in myself. Even saying that, I'm like, what the fuck? What does belief mean? And he's understanding this and I'm going, belief. Tell me, what does belief mean? A feeling that comes from the heart that makes you very strong, warm and strong. If that is strong enough, and if that's going to move you, then we go with that. But what I say, I don't want to talk about these words. I don't want to mention these words. I don't want to say, well, I believe in myself. Actions speak louder than words because words are actually the devil. Some people say this. Words that people use words, but it actually is distracting you from yourself. There is a saying. I don't know it exactly, but I read it the other day. Words were created so the devil can distract you from actually living in your power. Yeah? And I didn't know where I read that. I read it on Facebook somewhere, but it made a lot of sense. Words have actually been created so the devil can distract you from actually living in your power. So as you know, the world that we're living in now, not going to get into it too much, the modern world, we are distracted by so many things. So we are dumbed down. The fluoride in the water, this, that, all these other things are happening, and we're dumbed down to actually, do you know what I'm saying? There are so many leisures in life. There's so many this, there's that, there's TV, there's radio, there's all this stuff that's happening that actually takes us away from who we purely are. Actually makes us fight together. You know, the way the roads are set up, the way this is set up, it's set up for chaos. And then the people that create order are the people that, you know, reserve banks, these people, rah, rah, rah. But that's what it's about. So anyway, that's for another 50 hours, yeah? Why I'm teaching you this today is because you need to spend the time. If you are an automobile, a vehicle, a car, yeah? You know what they are, C-A-R, car, you drive it. So exactly, numbing agents, 100%. There you go, you said it better than me. That's why I'm with you, Jabal, because you're smart. Numbing agents, I love that. I'm going to steal that. So check this out. Why people, so this is the thing. Hey David, hey Sue, how are you? David from all the way from Vegas. No invite again, mate. I'm very upset. So check this out. If you are a car and you do not know every part of your car, and a part breaks down, like I said, and you've got the belt, you got spark plugs, you've got the engine, the oil. So if that breaks down, you're just like, I don't know what went wrong. Yeah? So you know what? I'm going to spend money on someone that actually is going to say something's wrong with me, and they're going to take all my money, but I could have fixed myself. Yeah? Makes sense? But this is what I'm talking about. Vegas loves you. Yes, it does. Lost a lot of myself in Vegas, but I've come back to it, so it's a very good place. Anyway, David, let's get back on the story. So this is what I want you to understand. How can you drive a vehicle if you don't know how to drive it, if you do not know exactly how it works? Talking about you all. This is what I don't understand. How can you love someone if you do not know how to love yourself? Because you can't love someone if you can't give it, yeah? You can't receive love if you don't know how to love yourself, and you can't give it, again, if you don't know how to love yourself as well. So it's a double-ended sword. And this is the thing. Most relationships, not all, are depolarized. What this means is, the reason why relationships lose love, connection, affection, and all this other stuff is because people are just existing. Families are just existing. Organizations are just existing because they aren't at the root cause of what drives them to stick them together. That's why I say to everybody, and I say, okay, cool. Why do you want that? Why are you doing this? Okay, that. All right, then here, and then you break it down. Okay, cool, yeah. And what else? And there, and there, and there. You know when you are at the pure, you know, so it's like this. When you get a pebble and you throw it into a river, it's the first splash is the root cause that causes the ripple. It is the first bit of energy. It's the first explosion in you that makes you act upon something, have a memory, do something, and then act upon it, yeah? So, you know, and I was actually talking to Jabal's sister who just jumped on. How are you, Natasha? And I said to her, she was telling me about something, and I said, okay, cool, before that. That's a great motivation, but before that. And what you will start to discover when you spend enough time to go to the root cause, you'll be like, can I be honest? I thought that I'm doing this, this, and this, and this for this, but it's actually, that's tiring. That's not what I want. That's not why I'm aligned, you know, and good to have you on. And it's actually, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because this is this epiphany, this is the awakening I had today, and I was so excited about it. And then I did a little bit of research, and it's true that 93% people on this planet are making their lives up. So do you think what that causes? It causes chaos, it causes depression, causes self-abuse, it causes, you know, as they say, the words that you people like to use, mental health and the rest of it. So what this is causing is us humans being suppressed. And as Jabala said, numbing agents. That's why do you think that there is so much violence? Why do you think that people are so insecure? Why do you think that there's all these problems? It is because we aren't functioning nowhere near in our power or our ability, and that's why people walk around with all these layers, all these bad thoughts, these numbing agents, these distractions, losing focus, is because people, someone can say to you, say, hey, how do you feel happiness? Well, I feel happiness not just a want or a guess, an empowering 5 values for each of your understandings of who you are and your main areas. So what I did with one of my VIP Inner Circle clients, he wasn't connecting to his life categories: health, wealth, contribution, family legacy. He wasn't connecting to self-love. And that was the biggest one. He thought that he didn't have self-love, yeah? And his biggest one was health, that he hasn't got health, yeah? He's a very fit 53-year-old, very successful, and he gave me the permission to share this. That's and he's a CEO, a very, very, like I said, very busy man. But the number one thing, if you don't have health, you don't have anything. So some people will neglect their health because they don't feel it's important, or they know they need it, but they don't do what they need to do to have it. Yeah? They think, oh yeah, that's okay, I'm not sick now, so I'll get away with it, and that's that person. But what we elected, instead of calling it, as I said at the start, let's call it the words. Let's use that thing that we communicate with called the English language, yeah? That completely takes us away from who we really are. Like I said, the English language or words were created by the devil to distract us to get in our power. I read that, I love it. I'm not religious, but makes sense. So, instead of health, check this out. Does this make you want to go to the gym more or look after yourself? Instead of the word health, he called it life energy. Even saying that, I said, fuck, I'm stealing that from you. I'm gonna put it in one of my live streams. So just say that, it's my health. No, it's my life energy. So the more I work on my life energy, I'm going to have the energy vitality to be able to achieve my desired outcomes easy and effortless. Not, I just want a 6-pack so then I can go down, put some oil on me, and I'm going to look good like those, fully sick years. Well, no. Yeah? This is the thing. Having your health, your life energy is everything. It's your temple. So he wouldn't use the words as temple or life energy. But imagine connecting with that. And so do you think that he is working to improve his life energy? Because it seems pretty important. If you don't have life energy, then you don't have anything. And that's exactly like health. But unfortunately, the words we use most of the time disempower us. They shift us from our greatness. And this is what I'm talking about. There are so many masters and coaches that love to put motivational posts on. And it's very easy to put a motivational post and hide behind it, and you're not living the life. Yeah? Very easy to put a post up. To live it is a bit of a different story. So, I want you to check this out. What I want you all to start discovering is to spend the time of what is most important to you right now in your life. Now, if it's your health, what is it? Life energy, yeah? What I really love about this thing that I did with my personal client, again, I won't say the name. He knows who he is. We did on Friday. I think was it Friday? Yeah, it was on Friday. And if you're not connecting with people, if you're not connecting with words, then you need to be able to drop down into your heart center and you need to start to feel it. The twins said hi. Hey, we'll see you guys on Sunday. And this is a really important thing. If you're not connecting with a human, your partner, a friend, family, another human, yeah, a dog, you need to understand, you need to build that connection of how are you going to be able to feel, be in a state, or understand that. And unfortunately, what we do is we talk, yeah? And what we say, we don't even know what we're saying, and we express ourselves the wrong way, and we use words that we don't even know what they mean, and our tonality is way off, and it could be lower, it could be higher, and we aren't very good at communicating. Auntie Boa says hi to the twins. So this is a problem, people, that people's linguistics, so NLP, neuro-linguistics programming, linguistics is the way I communicate with myself and to another, and unfortunately, because we do not communicate with ourselves too good, Because we create depression, we create, I don't feel good, we create feeling sorry for ourselves, we create excuses, we create all this bullshit, suicide, we get to the top, it's an easy thing to do because I don't want to think, so I'll just kill myself. Fucking shortcut. And that's, and that's for cowards, yeah? And that was me 3 times. Well, let's fix it. Well, let's just end myself so I don't need to think about it. Not a fucking good strategy. So, this is it. You need to firstly understand and sit back and go, what's important to me right now? Family, health, career, success, sex. What is it? But really, how do I know? Let's not worry about the words. I want to connect with the feelings. I want to connect with the energetic frequency. Because what I'm going to teach you, and I wasn't going to teach you this because this is only if you want to come to one of my retreats or do my private coaching on it, because you guys are getting so much value at the moment, is that in everything that we do, in every moment, with the way we communicate, we're on a different frequency. So it's a radio. You go to Nova, you go to Triple J, you go to Gold 104, whatever it is, I don't know. And you've got all these different frequencies. This is how you need to be able to adapt to different frequencies with different people, with different situations in your life. And this is the thing. When you're in an environment and you feel great or you don't, there's a reason for that, because it's a different energy vibration. And what people are putting off, and unfortunately, this is the biggest epidemic and scandal for years, especially in the European culture. You need to suppress your feelings. That if you're feeling like that, that's not right. Yeah? Suppress your feelings. Are you fucking kidding me? Suppress your feelings. It is your guide. It's the creator. It's that saying, hey, hold on a second. But what you need to understand, hey, Matty G, what you need to understand is, unfortunately, people can be misjudged from their limiting belief of people around them that can cloud their mind. So they go, oh, it's my intuition. No, it's not your fucking intuition. It's your stupidity. It's you. And this is, I'm going to teach you something. You have 2 brains. You have behind the cortex, behind your brain, which is manifested and controlled by your nervous system, you have a second brain. Call it a monkey brain. Some people call it, yeah? That is what that does is, that is your mind will normally go, oh, you walk into you see a situation, you go, oh, and your brain goes, guess what? Now I understand. I remember that, so I'm going to give you a memory from the past, which was shit, which had bad memories, but that's all I've got, so I'm going to bring that now. Do you remember? Oh, yep, I got it. And guess what? Your emotions and feelings are a protection mechanism. So they're going to go, warning, warning, and make you feel like shit because they don't want you to do that again. But what do? You have a past experience that wasn't great. Your emotions aren't your rectifier. So they're not going, haha, that's right. No, they want you to feel bad so you don't do it again. But what the fuck do you keep doing, people? I'll do it again, and do it again, and do it again. Because you've got it all wrong. You've got it all wrong. It's not your root cause. It's not your activator. Guess what it is? It's saying, okay, your brain's going, well, you haven't made new memories. You haven't done anything. Let's just go to a past memory. Aha, that's right, because your mind, sorry, not your mind, your brain, 2 different things. Your brain lies to you. So let's bring that to now. Boom. Then your feelings and your emotions go, warning, warning. And then, but what do we do as humans? What do we do? I remember that time. And I'm feeling that way. Oh, I am shit. I'm not supposed to be loved. And I'm not supposed to be successful. And this doesn't work. And let's think of something worse. Yeah, even a worse time. Yeah, even further back. Let's bring that there. Oh, I feel even worse. Oh, fuck it, no. Makes sense. Because you don't know how you work. You don't know what drives you. Now I'm going to give you too much. Next time you see something and you get an anger, like an anchor, not an anger, you get an anchor, a memory, something that anchors you to a smell or so on forth, and you go, aha, I remember that. But then you feel a certain way. What you need to have your awareness to, the reason why you're feeling like this, because not your intuition, because your defense system, your emotions and intentions are going, hey, don't fucking do it again. I want to slap you in the face. Don't do it again. Let me just change this. Get this rocking and rolling. Give me a second. I'm going to charge this bad boy up. All right, let's charge this bad boy up. I slapped myself in the face. That was hard. Did you see that? Poof. See, my brain just went in. Haha, remember when you got slapped in the face? Don't do it again. There you go. I just taught myself a lesson. Don't hurt yourself. All right. So if you go on a date, men and women, aliens if you're there as well, and you go on a date and it didn't work out, or someone stares you up, or nah, it was whatever, and you're going to go, oh, it's me. Is my ass too big? Are my boobs there? Oh, it must be there. Do I smell? You're going to do all the things instead of going, oh, hold on. Haha. Your mind's going to go, hey, do you remember when that relationship just didn't work out? And you're going to go, oh, I feel so shit about myself. I feel depressed. How are you going to break that? You are going to understand, if you understand your self-respect, let's use that word, self-love. Everyone likes to use that, but no one fucking lives it. Let's put the big SW, self-worth. What does worth mean? You don't know, so that's why you don't feel worthy, yeah? Because you haven't done what I'm about to teach you. But if you went into that and you had self-love, self-worth, empowered, I will tell you something that you're so, because you don't have that, you are just going to attract a mirror image. Why do you think your partner right now in your life, or not partner now, has gone or doesn't respect you because you do not respect yourself, aren't giving off the same energy, or you do not respect yourself enough to say, goodbye, fuck off, I want to remove the old and bring in the new for something that rolls out the red carpet because I rolled the red carpet out for them. King and queen, positive energy. Yeah? Makes sense? Yes. So grow a pair of balls and start fucking making the right choices, yeah? So, this is how you make it. If you go out and you actually know what your drivers are, how you feel happiness, how you feel respect, self-worth, you know all that, and this other person, which are humans, let's be honest, man, some humans are pretty dumb people, yeah? Pretty dumb things. And this is the biggest thing. You have too much expectations for humans, what happens? You get hurt. Straight out. But if you know that they walk around and bump into things and I'm a zombie, then it's all right. Do you know what I mean? But if you expect too much of them, if you expect them to give what you give, you're going to be disappointed. So remember that. Unfortunately, that's the truth. Yeah? And, being a coach, giving so much, I've got high standards. You shoot for standards up here. There's not too many people up here. Where have you all gone? They're all pretty much there, yeah? You can expect to do that, but don't expect too much, people, because when you're about to give someone a high five, you have to give a low five. That's just the way the world is. It's up to you. Start being around people that you're reaching up for those big slaps. So, if you know what fills you up and you go into this situation, you're not going to sit there and go, oh, it doesn't love me. My boobs aren't big enough. My biceps, whatever it is. Is it the wrong aftershave? You're just going to go, you're going to go into the situation. And most likely, that because you're so sure of yourself, you will lead this other human, which is energy, which is, which is energy vibration. And because you are vibrating at that right energy, because you are giving off the right vibes, the right energy, you're saying the right things, because the way you hold yourself, all that other stuff, body language, tonality, mirror matching, rapport, everything, that you will lead that other human for what you actually desire, for the right reasons, yeah? And even for some reason that it just doesn't connect, that you're going to be okay with that, yeah? You're going to understand that, all right, I understand that. I know who I am because of this, and this. This is how I feel happiness. This is love. This is success. This is respect, worth. And it's okay. Because there's no such thing as a resistive client, a resistive communication, a resistive experience. It's just resistive communication. That's what it is. Us humans do not know how to communicate with ourselves and how to communicate with others. What this isn't is self-realization. And that's how I started. And this is the name of this live teaching, which I've been teaching for 41 minutes. It's self-realization, because you do not self-realize who you truly are. You might think. So I ask you, the people that I've been around in my discovery over the 10 years that have discovered self-realization are at peace, have massive understanding of themselves, massive success in their eyes, in their model of the world, which is time, which is happiness. Yes, all the other stuff comes, because if you have time and happiness, if you have health, and you have a great environment, do you think that's going to create and breed monetary success? Is that going to breed confidence, energy? Is that going to breed and become a magnet to have that? If you've got all those treasures, time, happiness, health, understanding of yourself, do you think that is going to breed and be a magnet for that? Because what you need to understand about energy is attracted or repulsed by the same energy. Yeah? So the reason why you seem like you're pushing away people or not getting what you want is because you do not know what you want. You aren't the energy to attract what you want. Yeah? Makes sense? Fucking oath. And that's a simple thing. That if you keep attracting broken people and it's not broken people, it's just a reflection that the universe is going, haha, that energy, and that energy, which is in people, is like yours. So I'm going to put you together. And hopefully someone wakes the fuck up and says, well, this is not what I want, I'm going to change. So everything, people, in your life is a lesson for you to see the lesson and change, or not. So is this all making sense to you? If this hasn't blown your mind, if you haven't ripped off your underwear and thrown them at the screen, then I don't know what you're going to do. Yeah, I'm going to rip them off and throw them at my own screen. So this has been huge for me. And I'm teaching it, and it's like I'm having an out-of-body experience going, fuck man, that's some good shit. So I'm going to go and master this stuff. I'm going to go and talk my partner's ears off and going to go, did you watch my live stream? Which you did. So I won't do that. But I'm going to start putting things into play, because it all comes down to the root cause. It all comes down to what is that first ripple effect? When you throw that pebble of yourself, of your realization, into the water, into the energy field of the first action to do something, what is that pebble? What drives that pebble that gives the ripple effect? And what is the root cause that drives you? Because when you know the root cause, when you know what drives you, when you know what's the start, because guess what? How do you start a car? Do you push it? Do you pull it? Do you lift it? Now you press a button. But before, how did you do it? You put the key in the ignition. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Now you just put your foot on the brake, press a button, yeah? But what about if you didn't know how to do that? Like you're looking for the key, like, hitting the horn. What's with these new cars? Geez, I don't know. Do you know, imagine you hit your grandpa. Oh, what's going on? Beep, bop, bop. He doesn't know. Oh, you've put your foot on the brake, grandpa, and all you do is just press on. Oh, in my days, you push the car and do you know what I'm saying? You wind it up. That's exactly like us humans, or whatever you want to call, and people. I'm not going to give you all the secrets. I'm only going to give it, this is what we're electing. This is what we do at our retreats. This is what we do with our private clients. We sit there, spend hours upon hours on firstly discovering what your drivers are. I'm going to give you a quick forward. This is the thing. You have someone, they're under light hypnosis, and you ask them about a certain part of their life. So can you tell me whatever the part of the life they want to work on? So can you tell me what's valuable to you and what's most important to you about, boom, a part of their life, yeah? And you start writing. And then you go, what else? What else? And before you know it, they will keep writing, turn the pages over, and before you know it, you've got 10 pages. Then you actually get the person to circle the top 5. Yeah, 5 meaning least, number 1 meaning the strongest. Then you want to elect those 5 drivers and put them into a display and into the person's subconscious. The person will put that, obviously, you put that into a story. So when you felt this, that, did you feel whatever they're working on? No, not really. So then you need to elect it and make sure they role play it, because they can circle whatever, but if when you're putting them under hypnosis and them coming from their heart and they're electing it, go, oh, because that can be their conscious mind, that can be their ego. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. That sounds good. But it isn't actually what they want. It isn't actually who's driving them. Yeah. And once you start to elect that, then these people have these strategies. They have these internal drivers and motivators. And guess what? You can go, oh, why am I feeling not right? Why am I feeling shit? Why isn't this not working? Okay, because of happiness, I'm not receiving this. There's not that. Do you know what I'm saying? And when people can discover this and when they can go, now this makes sense. Now, because what happens? Why aren't you happy? I don't know. Why aren't you in the relationship that you want? I don't know. How come you don't feel successful? I don't know. I don't know. Why don't you know? Because you are making it up like the other 93% of the people in the world. Do you want to be the 7%? Do you want to discover this? Do you want to have that? You don't need to look for energy. I know there's days I wake up and I can't be fucked. I know there's days that I say the wrong things because I'm not aligning to my drivers. I'm getting up and just going, oh, let's just see what the day brings. I'm human. I make mistakes. But when you can look and see, okay, this is what drives me in this, that's going to give me happiness, that's relationship, that's self-love. But what we do is we don't use the words that the world uses. You find empowering words. Like my client elected, instead of health, life energy. How fucking powerful is that? Do you guys agree? Instead of having health, well, I just want to look sexy and lift some weights. Do you know what I mean? Like life energy. If you do not have your health, you don't have anything. Life energy. So do you think that you are going to eat a bit better when you say life energy? Fucking oath. Do you think that you don't need to be a big bodybuilder or some Barbie doll, but your life energy could be loving yourself more, putting good food in, meditating, stretching, feeling great, getting the energy up, because life energy, that's just, well, wow. That's only one life category, yeah? Then when we went to passion and purpose, what he called himself for passion and purpose was the creator. Now that is a lot, because some people don't know what their passion and purpose is. And what he elected, he's an innovator, he's a creator, he loves to create. And I said, fuck. Even hearing that, it just gives me goosebumps, because passion and purpose, someone else made those words up, didn't they? Someone else made those words up, and you're thinking, geez, that makes sense. Now you know why we aren't driven to what we want. And check this out. We went to self-love and self-relationship. Self-love and self-relationship. Most people in this world do not know what the word love means because they're not living in it. They don't get it. They don't give it. You think you do. When you do, you will feel it. That's the reason why most of you are walking around and you want to use the word self-love, self-relationship, and honestly, it's a word, but you aren't connected to it. So what I elected with my VIP client, he elected, I led the situation, I led the technique and the exercise was the real me. The real me. Yeah? It was pure/real me. Now, are you even feeling that? Because if not, swear I'm going to get the jocks out, throw them at the screen again. Is that even saying that is, instead of saying self-love, self-worth, it's selfless. Do you know what I mean? But if you say pure / and this doesn't need to connect with you, but I know I connected with this with my amazing client, and it was pure / the true me. Now that is fucking powerful, yeah? And if you can elect with that and build it up each day when you do your programming, build it up, people, you are on a fucking good thing. You are on an amazing strategy. And even talking about that, I'm getting red in the face. I'm feeling that energy. And that's not even mine, And I said to him, that's I love that, because when you're programming, you're doing your visualization and you're saying this is who I am and you're success priming and then writing it down. Most of the time, the feeling that we should be connecting with, the feeling that we should be receiving is nowhere near the feeling that is going to drive us to do it every day, to be convicted, to have that energy, to perform at close to 100%, to actually be the energy to get the result. That's why most of the people are failing in this planet, because they haven't got the connection. They aren't the energy. They aren't putting out that energy, because guess what? The reason why you don't have anything in your life, the reason why you don't have what you want in your life, because you aren't the energy to attract it. So how do you become the energy? You discover the root cause. So I'm going to leave you with that. The reason why you don't have what you want in your life in all areas, and whatever they might be, label them which empower you, because you aren't the energy to attract that. Because whatever you want to call it, law of attraction, whatever words you want to label it, the universe, God, whatever, you need to be that energy to attract what you want. The reason why you have broken bits in your life, because you have broken parts within your life, within you. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there. That's enough. I don't want to give too much. And people, you want to go and share this with your friends, with your family. More importantly, I want you and I challenge you. And guess what? I'm always right. Not many people will do this because you're all lazy. Because you want to just sit there and go, I want to be healed. I want you in the comments below to write what you took away. The biggest points, the biggest gold nuggets, the biggest breakthroughs, whatever. I want you to write it in the comments below because you are gifting somebody something which they haven't seen, something that they might have missed, something that in their model of the world they haven't. More importantly, you're showing to the world what you're learning and convicting, okay? So have an amazing day, people. Let's start becoming the 7%. If you want to be the 7%, you need to, if it's not with us, we get your backsides over to the retreat in December, or on one of our systems that we're helping people with, our True Authentic Reality, the coaching and the rest of it. And that's what we're doing. We're creating better humans to elect and understand, become and be a part of themselves by electing their internal drivers and their motivators, which they will be the energy to attract what they desire. Yeah? Let's not complicate it. But it is a bit of a complicated session and it is a bit of a complicated task, but you stick in there with the right people that have been there, done it. You're on a good strategy. So have an amazing day, people. That was fantastic. You're fantastic. And what has everyone said? Martina says, thank you. I watched this from the start. Hey, Evangelina as well. New family member right there. So when I remember, I say this. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you are here with me, Lee Bundy, the CEO of Team Beast Mode International, the messenger of strength and the truth. See you guys during the week for the True Authentic Reality, which is going to be tomorrow, 7 p.m. and Thursday, 7 p.m. All the private coaches, see you soon. And looking forward to Bali, the 6th to the 11th. That's going to be it's going to be trooper, super, and a very great duper retreat. I'm going to be quiet. I'm not making sense because I'm pumped. I think I'm going to go for a run around the block. Take care, guys. Amazing.